Welcome back and give it up for day 60. Just the fact I have made it this long is an accomplishment. And today I am super excited because you guys know I've been hitting a plateau for almost 2 weeks at this point, not being able to get under 185 pounds. Today is the first time I officially weighed in at 184 pounds. So that's a difference of 12 pounds from when I first started in a 60-day period. Started all the way up at 196 and I'm now officially down to 184. So the haters officially got nothing to say out there because this diet and workout program is effectively working for me. And for the rest of the video, I'm going to take you guys through my exact diet that I'm going to use to continue cutting fat. You know, I'm trying to get down to 180 pounds, so I'm going to keep pushing until that point and then see if I'm happy with my physique then. I've been hitting the intermittent fast strong and it's about 12 noon and all I've had was a little water, black coffee, some sparkling water, and you guys probably already know I snuck in a little bit of cold brew with exactly 1 serving size of Chobani coffee creamer. And now it's time to hit the workout, so let's do it. Today's workout is now complete and I only had time to knock out 3 exercises today and I really focused on shoulders. Started off with 4 sets of overhead press and every set I went until absolute failure. The first set I started off with kind of lightweight just to warm up the shoulder joint and to keep myself from getting injured. The second and third set, what I did was I went a little bit heavier, again until failure each one of those sets. Then on the fourth and final set, you guys know I love drop sets because it's really good for getting an amazing pump and building good solid mass. So what I did was I started off heavy, went until failure, took off 10 pounds from each side, went until failure with just the bar and the 10-pound plates. Then I took off all the weight and just burned out with the 45-pound barbell. Really got an amazing pump going on in the shoulders and it's really gonna help me build some mass. If you guys have not tried these drop sets before, give it a shot and let me know how it works out for you down below in the comments. The key to the drop set is to not take a super long break between adjusting weights. In my case, it takes a little longer than I would want because I have to take off the weight and then go back and get set up again. But if you're doing a machine, all you have to do is just adjust the weight you have and you can keep cranking it out. So try and take small breaks between each one if you're gonna be doing these drop sets for the maximum pump and muscle mass. After that, I moved into 4 sets of heavy barbell shrugs. On this one, I didn't do a warm-up set because I don't really feel like I'm gonna hurt myself doing a shoulder shrug motion. And plus, I was already warmed up from the overhead press. So what I did was I did the first 3 sets heavy weight until failure. Then on the 4th and final set, I went heavy again till failure. Then I took off everything except the 35-pound plate on each side and cranked that out until failure. And what you guys want to do here is really focus on the form, focus on the squeeze at the top. Don't flop around and do all this crazy stuff because it's not really going to target the traps as good as you could. What you want to do is do like what I'm doing here in the exercise. I have the bar up against my legs, but I am not using my legs to lift the bar. You don't want to lean your legs into it because then you're using your legs to lift the bar. You want to just use your legs to steady the bar and keep your balance, but not actually do the shoulder shrug itself. Use your traps and focus that weight into your traps. Get a good solid squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. And you guys know that I'm personally trying to grow my traps because it's going to make me look bigger and broader from every direction. To finish everything off, I did 4 sets of dumbbell side raises. The first 3 sets, I just did the dumbbells with the 10-pound weight on each side until failure. On the 4th and final set, what I did was the dumbbells until failure. Then I dropped down to just 10-pound plates and cranked it out again until failure. The reason I'm trying to hit side delts a lot is because it's really going to make me look wider and bigger from the front side. So I'm really trying to get some mass going in these. So I've been hitting side delts a lot. Now it's getting close to 1 o'clock, so it's time for me to cook up and eat some lunch. And I'm absolutely starving because all I had today so far was a little bit of calories in my cold brew. So let's cook. All right, it is officially lunchtime, the first full meal of the day. And while it was cooking up, I did have 2 end pieces of Dave's Killer Bread. Having the Power Seed one today, but to be honest, the end pieces are about half a piece. So I'm gonna count that as 1 piece while it was cooking up. For the main lunch portion, I got 3 organic scrambled eggs that I cooked up in the smallest amount of organic butter possible, just to keep the calories down a little bit. Then I got 2 more pieces of Dave's Killer Bread. So I'm gonna say 3 pieces for lunch, since I had a couple end pieces while I was cooking up. So here I toasted it up again in the smallest amount of butter possible. And I also included a small amount of organic strawberry jelly spread. Here's all the ingredients that I used in case you guys want to do something similar. These are really good, high quality ingredients, and I'm really getting a lot of good macro and micronutrients out of this meal to hold me over and to keep me going strong on the diet. Again, the most important thing here is to keep the amount of butter and jelly that I use really low. I think I got the time wrong earlier. It's about to be a 1:30 right now, and I'm officially breaking the fast outside of the small amount of calories I had in the cold brew. Gonna eat up in peace, and then I'll see you guys later for dinner. And I really like this Dave's Killer Bread. This is the Power Seed one because it only has 1 gram of sugar per slice. And because of that, the calories in this are really low. For this big old piece of bread, it's only 90 calories a slice. And that's a lot lower than most other breads and pretty much all the other Dave's Killer Bread. All right, guys, it's about 2:30 at this point, and I got to get a lot of work done. And I'm going to reach for a cold brew at this point, but I'm going to be having something a little bit different here. This is the La Colombe cold brew, and it says it's frothy and creamy, has 130 calories. I've never tried this one before. My girlfriend actually bought this for me a few days ago, so I'm finally going to try it out. And since this has a little bit higher calories than I would want, I'm just going to have to make sure that I don't have any late night snacks or ice cream or anything tonight, and it'll still fit within my diet for the day so I can stay at a calorie deficit. I want to try this out for you guys because I haven't had this before. If you guys have given it a shot, let me know down below in the comments what you guys think of it. This is the, and of course it explodes on me, but this is the vanilla flavor. It's like foaming up like crazy, so they weren't kidding about the froth. Hey, it's actually really good. It does have some added sugar, but it's not super sweet, to be honest with you. And that's kind of how I like my coffee. But it's probably also good to me because I haven't had a really creamy coffee in a long time because I try and keep the calories down. So I'm going to drink this up, and that's going to be all I have between lunch and dinner. And I'll see you guys in a little bit for dinner time. All right, it is dinner time. It's about 6 o'clock at this point. Gonna go ahead and start off with the salad for tonight. You guys know I try and have this pretty much every single day because it has so many great essential nutrients for my body. And again, I don't buy any garbage supplements, do any garbage drugs, steroids, or anything. So this is where I get a lot of my micronutrients from every day. This is organic spinach and microgreens, both from Costco. Then I topped it off with a little bit of Kalamata olives, feta cheese, and some avocado oil spray. And I've been eating this salad a little bit before dinner by about 30 minutes to an hour, just because it helps me push dinner back a little bit further instead of eating early and then having to grab some snacks or something late because I get hungry. Gonna go ahead and eat up now, and then I'll see you guys for the main entree and what I'm gonna eat for dinner to hopefully cut some more fat. I'm waiting on my dinner to cook up, and for whatever reason today, I'm just feeling super hungry. So to keep myself from grabbing some real garbage food out of my fridge or something, gonna eat one of these little Drizzlicious bites. These are just little rice cakes basically with a little bit of frosting on them. They're really good if you have a mild sweet tooth. Really the worst thing about these is the ingredients aren't really that great, but this is not really a main part of my diet, so not a big deal. But the good thing is the whole bag is only 90 calories, and it's really good if you're having a bad sweet tooth. All right, it is a little bit past 7 at this point, and it's officially dinner time. Here's the portion that I'm gonna be starting off with, and I was lazy tonight. I did not wanna cook anything from scratch, so it's just a bunch of frozen foods that came out of my freezer tonight. First, I'm starting off with the Perdue chicken strips. These things are made with really high quality ingredients, no additives, preservatives, or hormones or anything like that. Then on the side, I'm having some organic sweet potato fries. Pick these up in a big bag again at Costco. I always forget for some reason the name of this brand, but I'll put some video in case you guys want to check them out. The worst thing about these fries is that they're set in vegetable oil. I wish I could find a fry that was set in something like avocado oil, but for whatever reason, I cannot find a frozen French fry that is set in a higher quality oil. If you guys have an option, let me know in the comments and I'll try it out. Then on the side, gonna have a little bit of organic ketchup. Gonna try not to use a whole lot of this just so I don't add too many unnecessary calories to this meal. All right, I officially lied. I am still super hungry, so I'm getting the last few pieces of fries and chicken strips. It's not a whole lot at all, but it is something to consider. At this point, this should be it. That's gonna be the last thing I'm gonna eat for tonight, unless my girlfriend comes over and encourages me to eat some garbage, like some ice cream or something, which is a high probability. But anyways, gonna go ahead and hold off with this portion for tonight. Start up the intermittent fast again. It's about to be, it's a little bit past 7:30 at this point, and then I'll take the intermittent fast through tomorrow's lunch at around 12 to 2 o'clock. Again, just depending on my work schedule. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you early tomorrow for another video.